I may be 70 now, but I still long for the mother I never had and the father.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're looking at celebrities related to pretty bad people.
I think your brother's brand's lacking, really. I think you should be in there.
No.
It's not for you.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Denise Welch.
You've been blocked by Matty.
No, I was not followed by Matty, I was blocked by Louis. So Louis 18, Matt's 30.
Did you know that the frontman of the 1975 Matty Healy is the son of Loose Women and Coronation Street star Denise Welch? If you're a regular Loose Women viewer, you probably do, because she often talks about him, including at one point accidentally leaking the details of an unannounced tour. But Matty Healy has been relentlessly courting controversy to the extent that he's now made enemies of Taylor Swift's mammoth fanbase.
A source has revealed Taylor Swift and 1975 frontman Matty Healy have been dating for approximately 2 months now.
2 months?
Beyond Taylor Swift, though, he's previously been filmed doing a Nazi salute on stage, gone on record making racist comments multiple times, and has made offensive remarks about women. He denies this, but none of what he has said was private.
Matt had put, it was some album, somebody else's album, and he'd put, oh my God, this is the most amazing album. I never walked to school without listening to this album. And I just put, you never walked to school, period.
Adele.
I think we should dive into your childhood.
Oh, I'd love that.
Let's do it.
After her father walked out when she was 2, Adele was raised entirely by her mother, Penny, who supported her daughter's passion for singing and music as she grew up. She slipped into alcoholism, something Adele herself has also said she began to struggle with in her 20s, but their relationship went unmended for most of his life.
21 years old, you're recording the second album, 21.
Yes.
What did your diaries throughout the songwriting process look like then?
Drunk, chaotic, distressed, very, very sad.
He died of cancer in 2021, but before that, repeatedly claimed to the tabloids that he and his daughter were getting on now, something she then had to publicly deny.
I feel like when you have a kid, it brings up a lot to do with your own parents.
After his death, she said that shortly before he passed, they did finally reconcile and she forgave him for his struggles with alcohol, but he was still absent for nearly her entire life. Chrissy Rock. Better known for her role on Benidorm, Chrissy Rock has had a more difficult life than many successful actors.
Remembering Neptune's motto, if you want to get pissed, then show us your wrist.
In 2025, she talked to the papers about how she's struggled financially in the years since Benidorm ended, but she's also talked publicly about mistreatment she was subjected to at the hands of her grandfather when she was just 7 years old.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Okay, you were shaking earlier.
The details of what he did to her are appalling, and this lasted for multiple years while she was living with her grandparents. Shockingly, she eventually admitted that she'd forgiven him after his death, despite still experiencing trauma when she hears certain sounds or smells certain things due to the ordeal.
I know why. A smell, a sound, a noise, something, and then it has this domino effect that transports you right back.
Marco Pierre White.
God, I always wanted to work in a chip shop.
Much like Denise Welch, celebrity chef Marco Pierre White, one of the angriest men in the world, has a wayward son. It seems that Marco Jr. has always been a tearaway, revealing publicly during a stint on Big Brother that he'd supposedly spent $500,000 on illicit vices, including engaging in substance misuse.
For lots of people that don't understand what a hall pass is.
I was given just basically a free pass to do anything I wanted.
More recently, and in 2024, Marco Jr. was given a 30-week suspended prison sentence for 2 counts of burglary and 1 count of theft. The reason for the lenient sentence was that the courts hoped he'd use the time to reflect and go to rehab so that he could recover.
Weren't you selling your story every night on Big Brother?
No.
Years prior, he did 12 months inside for shoplifting and knife possession, among other things. Saira Khan.
Saira has had a good day, but her unrelenting management style takes its toll on her exhausted teammates.
She rose to fame during The Apprentice, but has since become a regular face on British TV, particularly on Loose Women. It was here that she opened up about how she suffered at the hands of her uncle when she was 13.
I've never talked about this before, and this woman inspired me because I want any woman out there who's going through what I went through at 13 years old.
She said that it only happened once and that she thinks it ultimately made her stronger, but was sure to point out that it's not the case for everybody and nobody is weak for not being able to handle things like this when they happen. She shared this after hearing a story of a woman in Pakistan who was assaulted. Even at the time, she recalled knowing what her uncle had done was deeply wrong.
And I would never have talked about it, but I just felt I had to because of what's going on with this woman.
Meghan Markle. Whatever your opinion on the Sussexes is, it's hard to see Thomas Markle's attempts to repeatedly make himself relevant by selling gossip to the tabloids as anything but a desperate grab for attention.
So your father being hunted down, it seemed like you were saying in some ways that they did this to him.
Given unprecedented airtime on British television by Piers Morgan during his GMB tenure, Meghan's estranged father Thomas constantly complained about how his daughter wasn't in contact with him and how he hadn't been allowed to meet his grandchildren, though it was obvious to anyone why that was the case.
I'm not an axe murderer, I made one dumb mistake, and I'm never being forgiven for it.
He tried to claim that going to the tabloids was the only way to feel heard, but what person would be grateful for their father selling stories about them to Piers Morgan?
I just don't think they're taking the right path. I don't know what their ultimate plan is.
Martine McCutcheon.
Hello, Natalie.
Hello, David. Sir.
Star of EastEnders and Love Actually, Martine McCutcheon also had a difficult upbringing at the hands of her father, who actually at multiple points tried to kill her and her mother. He was eventually taken into custody for this, all of which she discussed in her autobiography.
Finally, when I was 9 years old, I went to the Old Bailey and I spoke to the judge about what happened to me, what happened to my mum. An injunction was put against him.
Despite all this, her father continually tried to get access to her while she was growing up, only to be refused by the courts. As an adult though, the story hasn't gotten much better, since McCutcheon is now estranged from her mother too, over how her mother cut contact following the death of McCutcheon's brother.
Listen, you're Martine McCutcheon, you're a living legend
Oh,
in my
I
eyes.
love you. I love you.
You've gone...
Kim Woodburn.
I didn't have the happiest of childhoods, to say the least, and why I feel tense, I don't know, but we'll see.
The late Kim Woodburn at one point talked candidly about the abuse she suffered at the hands of her father while she was growing up. She was in many ways a product of this horrific upbringing, fiercely independent with no tolerance for manipulators.
It was a very dysfunctional household. I know mother and father didn't get on. They just rowed and fought and screamed, and my father left and divorced her. And she became brutal and horrible.
She revealed that she was mistreated by her father when he was around during her childhood, which wasn't often, but that she was also then harmed by her mother because she looked like her father.
And she used to say to me, I never wanted you. When you were born, I should have sent you back. By God, I paid a price.
After moving out at 16, her life continued to be fraught with strife all the way up until she got her big break with How Clean Is Your House in the early 2000s. Liam and Noel Gallagher.
My dad used to knock my mum about. There was many times when, it got like that.
As the faces of Oasis, the Gallagher brothers are some of the most famous musicians in the world, but not everyone knows that there's a third Gallagher brother, Paul. The childhoods of all three brothers were marred by an abusive father, Thomas, a violent alcoholic, but recently Paul has been thrust into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons.
Do you get on with Liam and Noel, Paul?
Yeah, it's great. They're 300 miles away and I'm in Manchester.
In mid-2025, he was charged with multiple counts of sexual assault, among other serious offenses against women, all in the first half of the decade. Though he's always valued privacy more than his world-famous younger brothers, Paul is certainly going to become more well-known now once the trial plays out.
Are there any sort of fond childhood memories that you can... I mean, did you all share a bedroom, you know?
No,
bunk
no,
beds
no.
and
I
all
was
that?
the oldest. I had my own. Them
you
two
had-
had to stay together.
Phillip Schofield. He's not great himself, but just before the affair that ended his career became public knowledge, Schofield was embroiled in another scandal, his brother's behaviour.
Over several years, Timothy Schofield sexually exploited a boy who was just 13 when it started.
In 2023, the news broke that Phillip's younger brother, Timothy, had been found guilty of nearly a dozen charges of crimes involving children. We won't go into the more disturbing details, but Phillip said after the fact that, quote, "I no longer have a brother."
Seen here during his trial, he has been condemned by his brother too.
But this wasn't the whole story, as it was also revealed that, 2 years prior, Timothy had allegedly confided in Phillip about his crimes, and Phillip didn't go to the police. Instead, he allegedly just encouraged his brother to seek help and promised not to do it again.
Phillip Schofield took time off from presenting this morning throughout his brother's trial.
Let us know in the comments if we missed any celebrities with dodgy family members.
Before Tim was arrested, I felt I had no freedom, he said.